The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. And after precisely 37.4 winks of what most established health tracking services would officially classify as hygienic slumber, followed by the traditional percussive polyphony of chinks, chimes and chirp-up calls from a dozen digital life managers, the provisional spinning forecast for Sawling's Reach North, conveyed and certified by its umbrella community's incorrigible rise and shiners, with contributions from prowling foxes, waiting for residents to carry out their bi-weekly duties as bad bin shifters, so they could rummage through a lorry load of unsecured household refuse and rustle up a late three-course supper. Harbour Way, bearing west. Ride's inaugural mile. Cosmic observations. Earth's celestial muse sequestered behind dense stratus veils and bales of cumulus cotton candy. No wandering stars visible to guide three wise sailors who may be bearing gifts for Shoreham Village's pescatarian sustenance stations. Surfaces drying after heavy drizzle, spectacles and contact lenses safe for roofless commuters. Visibility moderate, becoming better. Autobahn 259 eastbound, several stern tempo kilometres later. Elemental resistance indecisive, and still harbouring greater sting than suggested by acclimatised science, or would be fashionable from a subdued southerly. Fragility to frigidity, rising slowly. Boundary Road, Sector 0. Approaching activity's halfway point early, after unexpected clean green sweep from ground traffic control. Saddle and hang time balanced, though atypically fast cadences yielding marginally fewer mashed mangoes than pureed pomegranates, even when tackling sharp climbs. Oatly goat milk and sustainably slow roasted peanuts successfully harvested from licensed high street vendor. Last carton of low fructose cranberry juice stolen by recovering vape addict. Prospects of returning home with all provisions intact, moderate, becoming poorer with each waking seagull. And that is the end of this spinning forecast. Christmas lights. Friday 12th. Shoreham's endearingly quaint town centre was a veritable hive of hustle and bustle, right up until the hour when, in barely a working fortnight, Santa's devoted elves shall be loading their merry master's heavy goods sleigh with the cornucopia of warm woolen stocking stuffers, to faithfully fulfil more wish lists than could ever be posted up the chimney of our 460 megawatt gas turbine power station in a billowing plume of smoke. Upon the cobbled streets surrounding St. Mary's heavenly sanctuary lay illuminated market stalls, each piled high with their proud merchants' array of gifts, toys and trinkets, alongside a more plentiful choice in seasonal provisions than any family could desire to keep their tots entertained and appetites indulged whilst waiting for this festive ceremony's bedazzling finale. Along the high street itself, Christmas cabaret of a classic and contemporary variety played out, in full view of enthralled spectators, including an all-male choir, bellowing out their impromptu programme of humanity's favourite Yuletide carols, in pitch-perfect unison, whilst a few doors down, at the Crown and Anchor, several patient members of staff attempted to appease one exceptionally hysterical customer, who was evidently high on a cask or two of botanically mulled craft bitter.
Oh my God! You made me break these heels! They're deal, you know! They cost me like £1,000! You can pay for my fucking Uber!
And following that invigorating vignette of peace, happiness and prolonged sobriety to all hungover humankind, the truncated spinning forecast for Winterton way over where? There. deciphered for you by the somnambulistic members of Shoreham Beach's decentralised meteorological office and incorporating the surrounding compact climates of Dunny Elms, Buckingham upon Berkshire, Portslade Newton and Liddell Southwick, where the next major shipments of dry lube sherry, powdered eggnog and figgy pudding flavoured vape pens are expected to arrive at 0,000 hours, on a night when not a critter is stirring. Except the referenced region's invariably ravenous communities of bushy-tailed bin robbers, awaiting to devour their festive feast of plant-based pigs in blankets, genetically dehumanized Brussels sprouts, and air-fried tofu turkey. Riverside Road, rolling west, at cruising velocity of roughly 22 knots per chestnut. Heavenly observations, streaks of cirrus icing scudding north under blustery duress of their elemental enforcer, occasionally gracing the glowing face of Earth's nascent lunar muse. But leaving the cosmic stage clear for her stellar neighbours to outdazzle the unwavering blaze from a forest of incandescent flames. Fairy lights 5, street lamps 8, odds of a draw on Christmas Eve, shortening slowly. Sussex's lower seafront interstate, bearing east after wind-aided sail over Norfolk Bridge. Gusty flurries increasing in tandem with perceived tingle factor. Going gloveless may pose risks for pedlars not able or willing to hug the coast for warmth. Temporary traffic lights temperamental. May cause thermally adverse stationary time for two-wheeled travellers. Heart rate sinking slowly. Boundary Road Central, rides halfway mark, and several miles of ultra-low impact star striding later. Unsettled activity, including angry voices and profanity detected outside usual sustenance supplier, proceeded to Port B, Tiba, a family-founded Syrian butcher's, offering as broad a variety of fresh produce as any nocturnal forager is likely to find this side of the Mariana Trench. Provisions include a daily harvested selection of organically farmed fruit and vegetables, together with free range beef, pork, lamb and poultry, all locally sourced and prepared in strict accordance with long-hanging cultural traditions. Inside, shelves lining the store's spacious aisles are stacked with copious stocks of long, short and whole-grain rice, more halloumi cheeses than could be stuffed inside King Kong's portion of filthy false French fries, and sweet pastry-based snacks such as baklava, baked mere minutes before being shrink-wrapped. Not forgetting Turkish delight, of the hardcore strain packed with pistachio nuts, alongside enough bulgur wheat flour to gravel Godzilla's driveway. Mobile weather stations rear tyre pressure, moderate or good. And that is the end of this spinning forecast.